My name is Amanda. Welcome to my channel. I somehow thought I could Superman it and do it with the help of God and His strength and grace. But inside I was terrified. Here's another installment with my mental health journey. Vlog 17. So in the last video, I shared that I was greatly triggered by the upheaval of our lives, getting ready to go overseas, fundraising, making a decision to serve in a nation we had never really lived in before, and just all of this change, all of this newness coming at me from different directions, going with a new organization that was a great organization. I still love them. I think they were the best thing for me, and I will include that in parts of my story here. Sometimes you don't know if you still could relapse with your mental health. And that was one of our concerns before we decided to make this decision to return back overseas, was what if I relapsed? And would that mean we would have to return back home? Would that mean me getting on medication? We didn't have any answers in making all of these decisions, but we continued to trust the Lord and continue to tell ourselves, if I did relapse with depression, if I got worse, then we would give ourselves permission to come back home and at least say that we tried. We tried to live abroad again and to do a dream that we felt like God put in our hearts to do. And I can't tell you how intense, I can't tell you how intense the struggle was for me with my mental health during our fundraising season. It was really hard. I really didn't know what was going on, and I grew more and more afraid that we had made a wrong decision. But my ego and my pride and my fear of what other people would think of us kept me from really speaking about my struggle and all of the triggers that I felt on a daily basis and having panic attacks again. I ignored them, like I said, and I stuffed them down, hoping that things would get better by moving overseas and finding stability again. Kind of dumb as it sounds right now, I really had a hope that I could manage this, that I could manage these issues once we got on the field. And even though I had lived abroad before and I knew the stress that comes with being a missionary overseas, I somehow thought I could Superman it and do it with the help of God and His strength and grace. But inside I was terrified. I was terrified to tell my husband what I was already thinking before we even left the States. It was really hard because I knew this was a dream that he had as well. And I didn't want to ruin his dream. So I wanted to man-power through this and tell myself, hey, if it gets bad, I'll take medication and then I'll be able to push through. And we did end up in the country that we chose to serve. And boy, oh boy, was I completely wrong about getting better once we landed in that country. I was already too broken to even be stepping foot out of this country. Sure enough, we ended up overseas. We found our apartment. I was able to manage a lot of my anxiety. I was able to manage episodes of depression, and I was feeling the excitement and the adrenaline of the change, of the transition, of moving to another country, because there is excitement, there is joy in that, and being able to serve the Lord again. And it was real. And I was excited. I mean, that was real. The excitement of learning a new language, the excitement of learning a new food, everything was very real for me. I had confidence that I was going to be okay. And I had confidence that my struggles with depression would be something that I could maintain even without medication. And again, I still had that thought in my head that if I started struggling, I could find another counselor and possibly get on medication, and I would be able to do what I felt like the Lord wanted us to do as a couple. I have previous vlogs that document some of my journey prior to this video that I filmed, so go and check that out. I have a playlist called My Mental Health Journey, and you can catch vlog 1 all the way up to this vlog. However, you do not have to go in order to gain value from everything that I'm sharing in these vlog videos. But 3 months in, after the newness wore off really fast for me, 3 months, I started to struggle. I started to struggle really bad with depressive episodes first. I was getting depressed and triggered by previous experiences in our previous season of serving overseas, because there is similar situations that rose up, things that are common. But yet my brain was totally freaking out, because all it knew was that living abroad, serving the Lord as a missionary, caused me to burn out and brought on my depression. My brain was just flipping out, and I was flipping out on the inside 3 months in. 3 months in, that's all. Not even a year. And I was hoping to at least make it 1 year to see if this was the right country we were supposed to be in, to see, how I was doing, but it didn't last. But I wasn't unfamiliar with episodes of depression. I wasn't unfamiliar with having issues with anxiety here and there. So again, I was trying very hard to manage everything by myself, as well as adjust to everything new in my life, adjusting to the transition, adjusting to the move, adjusting to living on the 39th floor of a high-rise, which was really difficult for me personally, because it was just, we were so high in the air and it was hard to adjust to that. I had rather preferred to live closer to the ground. The energy it took to adjust to the transition, as well as the energy it was taking to manage my mental health issues, it was really becoming too much for me and very, very overwhelming. I went to language class. I ate the local food. I was making friends, but getting out of bed in the mornings was becoming more and more, it was just really, really hard. And I was pretty much functioning at my best, still getting out of the bed, still getting ready, still doing my day, but I was pushing and walking through what felt like 3 feet of mud to be able to live my day there in that nation and serve alongside of my husband.